Good morning. Good morning from the beautiful, beautiful Thailand here on Kopangan. I'm so excited this morning because one, I have a massive coffee. Two, I am streaming to three different places right now. And this is great. I'm just loving StreamYard because I can stream to my personal profile, my personal Facebook profile, our Facebook group, and my personal LinkedIn profile. What up? Okay. You can even if you have the pro version, you can do this to your business page. You can go all out and do this to multiple places. So thank you, StreamYard. If you're not using it, get on StreamYard because I am hitting all the hot spots right now in one stream and I'm super stoked. So what's up? Good morning, everyone. Taylor here with Biz Solution Sisters. So this morning, if you're here with me, by the way, say hello. It would be great to say hello back. So this morning, I want to talk about the difference between chatbots and organic messenger CRMs. And maybe if we have enough time, I'll even show you a sneak peek at my organic messenger CRM. But this is what Misty and I, my business partner, this is what we do for people. We go into businesses, we identify gaps, we set up systems, or we give you the systems to set up yourself. And so one of those systems that we work with is an organic messenger CRM. And one of the, I would say probably one of the top three excuses that we hear, or pushbacks or objections that we hear from people when we talk to them about saving shitloads of time and being more efficient online, is that when we talk to them about automation, they say, I don't want to show up like a robot. Hey, Stace, how are you, darling? They say, I don't want to show up like a robot. We get it. We don't want you to show up like a robot either. And we certainly don't want to show up like robots ourselves. So we're not going to build systems like that for our clients. And Stacy's probably one of our longest standing clients, so she can definitely vouch for that. So yeah, I don't want to show up like a robot is what we normally hear. Okay. So today I want to really talk about the difference between chatbots, which is what everyone assumes when they hear automation, they just think chatbot. And I know this because I've had so many conversations since I've been in the automation and system building space. Automation, chatbot, automation, robot. And it's not really that simple, actually, at all. We actually just recently did market research as well, and we got probably around over 30 responses, and many of them, oh no, I think my internet is going out. Many of them were expressing their objections to automation because they assume that it's chatbots, and chatbots is only one tiny little part of automation. Okay, so let's talk about the difference. This is why we're here. Let's talk about the difference between chatbots, which totally have their place, by the way, and organic messenger CRMs. Okay, the difference between these two. By the way, who here is using chatbots? Who here is using organic messenger CRMs? Who knows the difference already? Give me some feedback in the comments. Let me know where you're at with this stuff. It helps me understand like who I'm talking to and what you already know, what you're already using. So chatbots have their place. Like I said, these are really helpful when you're running Facebook ads, for example, to a lead magnet or to an offer. Okay. Then we have organic messenger CRMs, which is a CRM that syncs up. We're going to talk about Facebook with your Facebook Messenger and organizes your pipeline. And you have the ability to send bulk messages to people with a specific label or a specific tag. Okay. Chatbots respond to messages based on keywords. All right. So we have chatbots here. I wish I had a big whiteboard so I could like lay it all out for y'all. Chatbots respond based on keywords. So how it works usually is you're prompted to message a company or a page, and based on the words you use in that DM conversation, responses are generated, which will eventually lead you to booking a call or emailing you a lead magnet or getting you to sign up for a webinar or something like that. It's a pre-built entire conversation in which you are never speaking to a human. This is a chatbot, okay? Organic Messenger CRM, which is what we own and provide for our clients, help set up for our clients, give to our clients, it doesn't work the same way. Okay. So, like I said, the CRMs, I'm mostly going to focus on messaging today, but the CRM does sync up with your personal profile Facebook Messenger, and it organizes your pipeline based on labels and tags. Okay. And it sends out what we call broadcast messages to a large group of people, a group of 30 people or a group of 3,000 people, based on a label or tag that they have. So you build out different versions of the same message. Let's say it's an invite to a workshop. Hey, I'm having this workshop. It's going to help you with X, Y, Z. Do you want to come? We're super excited about it. It's on this date. The broadcasts work by sending out like 5 to 8 different versions of that message, so you're not getting blocked on Facebook. However, when someone responds to that message, there is no auto-generated response that comes next. So an Organic Messenger CRM, the broadcast feature, it sends out, let's just say, it sends out one message, one mass message to all these people. Think of it like email marketing, how you use ActiveCampaign or something. You send out one email to a specific list, right? You can build out automations where other responses are generated, but that's not how Organic Messenger CRMs work. We send out a broadcast. Maybe it's a welcome to my network message. Maybe it's an invite to my Facebook group message. Maybe it's an invite to a workshop message. But once those people respond, the human takes it from there. So an Organic Messenger CRM, when it comes to sending out these mass messages, it's only semi-automated. So it's saving you hours of time by sending out those 300 invites to the workshop, but there's still the human aspect because the human carries on that conversation. Okay. Whereas with a chatbot, it's a pre-built conversation where you're never speaking to the human. It's a conversation that's generated based on words that you use. That is not how Organic Messenger CRMs work. Do we see the difference here? Or chatbots, was I using this side for chatbots? Chatbots, fully automated, all robot. Organic Messenger CRM, semi-automated. So saving you hours, but still making you show up like a human. And I also want to point out that it's very obvious when you're talking to a chatbot, right? Because it responds immediately. It just spits off answers like literally immediately, like a robot would. Whereas Organic Messenger CRM, when we're sending out broadcasts, it doesn't send all of those messages at once. It sends it with a time interval. So it sends one DM here, another DM 3 minutes later, another DM 2.5 minutes later, another DM 3 minutes later. And it's rotating through different versions of this message with the same intention. Maybe the intention is to invite them to a workshop. But like I said, when someone responds, whether it's positive or negatively, whether it's yes or no, the CRM does not then respond. The human does. So there's not this quick, obvious robotic response. There's a big difference between chatbots and Organic Messenger CRMs. Okay, they both have their place, but chatbots are definitely more obviously a robot, whereas Organic Messenger CRMs, they act like their function is to act as a human because we want to keep your Facebook profile safe. And we don't want you to show up like a robot. And I can't tell you how many times I've heard from clients, from people who know I own automation and that I use it on them. They're like, is this Taylor talking or is this an automated message? You know, they don't know because we, the human, we're building these messages out in our own voice and our own personality. We're just sending out certain messages that will save us some time. Like I said, it might be, maybe you're making 30 new Facebook connections a day because your lead generation is on point. And if you were to individually message each of those 30 people, it would take you a long time, right? Because you have to wait a certain amount of time. You have to kind of rotate the messages so you don't get blocked on Facebook. This is where that Organic Messenger CRM would really be helpful, because it would send a hello, welcome to my network message. It would rotate through a series of those and just send it on autopilot. But when those people respond, that's where the human comes in, and the human takes it from there. But the Organic Messenger CRM is going to save you that initial couple of hours. And then additionally, it's going to organize all of those new connections in your pipeline. Okay, so there's many, many benefits. A chatbot is quite simple, and like I said, it has its place, but it's very obviously a chatbot. There's the obvious feature of we're trying to get you from this point to this point, and you're talking to a robot. It's very clear. In Organic Messenger CRM, there's way more features, there's way more functionalities, and you don't know that it's a robot. Okay, that's not how the functionalities and the features of this tool works. It's really just to get the process going and to save you those initial hours and allow the human to step in when the manual conversation is necessary. All right, so I hope this makes sense. I think that this is pretty clear. So if you're interested in knowing more, if something isn't clear, if you want to know more about automation, if you want to know where the gaps are in your business, where you can implement or have us implement some systems that are going to save you lots of time and sanity, just drop tools in the comments. We'll get you set up with identifying the gaps in your business and identifying which systems will help it run more smoothly, what it is that you need for your specific business. And if you want more information on chatbots versus Organic Messenger CRMs, just drop tools below. If you want any information at all, drop tools below. And Misty will be live with you later this week to talk more about systems and automation and sales and all that good stuff. So make sure you tune in with her on Thursday. All right, everyone. I'll see you in all of our spaces here on Facebook and LinkedIn.